Hero's Path as part of the Valentine's Fusion in Raid has been released, and it is definitely much easier than it looks when you first get into it. Guys, finally he sleeps here, and today we're going to take a look at the Hero's Path in Raid. At first glance, it's like, oh, it's hero training, and then we have artifact and claiming artifacts through dungeons and stuff. And I think a lot of people were disappointed on the outset because it looks kind of long. The numbers are a little bit high, and there's two different sets of fragments. You've got a 5 and then a 10 down here much lower. There are some souls along with it. The numbers for the souls are pretty big. Is the perfect there at the bottom, 50,000 points. And I think people have come off the monsters path and saw that it was nearly impossible. And I think it left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth. And the champion training for this, the points wise, it is only good for points that are achieved through upgrades and ranking. You can't book, you can't ascend. There's no, you can't use souls or anything in here to claim points. So it's just straight training and upgrading and collecting artifacts and accessories for the points. But don't panic, because if you look at the number of points that you're getting for this stuff, level upgrades on 2 stars are 3 points. That means if you have the raid card and you throw a few of your 2 stars in, and you run through and you upgrade, 3 of them from level 1 up to level 6 per se, that is 18 ranks at 3 points apiece. I mean, you're putting in 54 points for that one run for energy at 12.6. The numbers get much better as the ranks are higher. But the other thing is when you're looking at the accessories and artifacts, rank 5s and rank 6s, you're looking at an average. If you're pulling rare rank 5s, they're 26 apiece. Rare rank 6s are 38 points apiece. The numbers are just a little bit higher than what we've seen in the past. So the best scenario for this is to go in. We have the Dragon's Path was released at the exact same time, the Dragon Tournament. So farm your Dragon Tournament, collect your shards here, get your 2250 for your shards here. That will make a big jump down the path towards your points that are necessary for your fragments in the Hero's Path, or the Lover's Path. It's actually a Hero's Path. They're calling it Lover's Path. Oh, it says both in the corner. Confusing. But there is a cost-effective way to get you there. And the way to do it is, actually, I've got a path set up so we can show you what the most effective way to make it all the way down is. So you're going to come in and grab energy, and I would go for the potion just because it's a little bit more important than 35 gems. And the way this is set up is you basically have a stack of 2. You can jump left or right and come straight down the middle. Then you've got a rare book. I went for the soul. It's the same points to go left or right rather than the 1 day of XP. This is mostly for the free-to-play challenge, which is Hell Hades' fault, and it has us driving through stuff like this to be able to claim the fusion after starting a month ago in a free-to-play account. And so we're really looking very deep into stuff like this, this path, just to make sure we can achieve it without spending a penny on an account that was created a month ago, basically a month ago. You're coming down. I went for I would say go to the right. You're going to end up with a key that's not necessary, but the points are different. So here you've got a left path and a right path. The most cost-effective way to go here would be the 3,000 points on the right instead of the 4,000 on the left. And if you go either other way to grab the souls, you're looking at 5,000 points for the soul, plus you're using keys to get down to it. And it takes 2 keys, so you would have to come back for those souls anyway. Then we keep moving. That next one is the first 5 fragments at 3,000 points. And it seems like a lot. The numbers are pretty big, but they're really not when you look at the jump over what you're gaining in the past toward champion training and artifacts. Then you're going to come down, stay on that side, grab the 2 keys rather than go the other way because of the primal. You have to stay on this side just to keep your numbers low. So you're going to end up with some extra keys. Then you're going to come in and grab the other side with the keys and skip the soul. And there's your 6,000 points for the other 10 fragments. That is a total of 34,000 points, the most cost-effective way to come down and claim them. If you decide to go a little bit more and, like, let's say these 2 above here, you grab the soul instead, that's 13,000 compared to 9, so you're adding 4. Now you're up to 38,000. If you come back up here and say, okay, I'm going to, instead of the key, I'm going to go over this side and grab the book and the primal, that's 11 compared to 8, so that's another 3,000. Now you're up to 41,000. Really not that far off. If you're free to play, I would say go the easiest, most cost-effective way and just do the 34,000 points to guarantee the fusion. If you've got room to spare, then come back and claim some of this stuff. There are some really good rewards here, especially if you have some of these champions that you're looking to get souls for, and you make your way down through, you'll have keys to come back and collect these. We've got a Cupidus, Venus, there's Rhodos, there's Siphi the Bride. There is a lot of souls available in this path for all of these duo champions that you can claim as far as the Valentine's Day extravaganza. Any of these pairings, this is where the souls are collected. It's really not going to be that difficult. And if you're looking at the champion training here, there is a difference between 1 and 2 star champs. Sometimes they'll basically combine the 1 and 2s into one when you're doing champion training type events. But for this one, you're getting less points for the 1 star. If you don't have the raid card or you don't have the XP bump, then I would definitely skip the 1 stars and just use them and train them into each other. But if you're going to use the either the brew method, which I don't necessarily care for unless you have a crazy amount of brews, but if you're using the energy method to go through campaign and basically you run one run through on 12.6 for all of your stuff. So here, this is what it would be. So like for the 2 stars, anything 2 stars, we'll do a 1 star here as well. But I would run one path through on all of these 2 stars just to grab the added points before I use them to rank up the stuff that's at 20. I do the same thing for 3 stars and 4 stars as well. So I would run them through the same amount of times as their star level. So for the 2 stars, I would run them through once. 3 stars, I run through twice. 4 stars, I run through 3 times. Then when you go over to the tavern, you'll see what I'm talking about. We're never training in for upgrading rank. We're never putting in untrained players. So we're going to use a 9 and an 8 here to rank this up because I already claimed the points necessary from those. You get a lot of points from just running them through on 1 energy as long as you're able to farm 12.6. But as you can see, these numbers come pretty quick. This is just ranking up 2s to 3. We're pulling in, what, 35. We got 50, 60 points from just that one run on the campaign. We'll move down. We've got a 3 star. We'll use some of the ones that ran through the campaign twice. And then even looking at the 4 star food we have here, there, you see I've got one that's already sitting at level 15. That's one that's been run through 3 times just for the points. And then that'll allow us to come back over to the path and move our way down close. 1754. I need 2,000 to be able to claim this shard to move down the path. It's gonna go quick. It's really not as difficult as you would assume when you first look at it. That's the Lover's Path as part of the Valentine's Day Fusion. Hope this information helped. This is definitely going to be used as part of the free-to-play series that we're running right now thanks to Hades. So make sure you're checking out the channel and the Twitch live streams as we continue to work through that, seeing how far we can take an account from zero, not spending a penny, 3 months to get yourself as far as you can. And we are 1 month in and will be able to complete this Fusion free to play. That is crazy. We're basically taking everything that we've been saying about how easy the game is if you know how to strategize and save your shards and be smart with the resources that you have, that within a month you can be able to complete these fusions free to play. We are taking those statements and making them into fact here in the month of February for this fusion. So make sure you're following that entire series. I'm FinallyHeSleeps. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. As long as you keep showing up, I'll keep making videos. Thanks for watching. If you haven't noticed, my YouTube channel has expanded. Subscribe here for Raid Shadow Legends content, but make sure you check out my other channels as well for EA Sports FC, Everything Automotive over at Gearheads, and visit Cringeworthy for a few laughs. Subscribe links are right over there.